podcast. We're here with now we're really in the summer season.
We're in
for
it.
sure because we have all four of our animes going. I am.
Such a hard
This
time.
is a weird list. This is the most disparate list of animes I think we've ever covered at once.
I definitely agree with that.
I considering that there's not really a shonen, but there is, but also like none of them fall into the bounds of what I'm expecting. So
yeah, I'll be honest. We got rid of Engage Kiss.
Yeah,
We might bring it back though.
But maybe we should get rid of.
Well, I want to talk to you about it, and we can talk. We can just air out all the shit on air because I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah, no, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
But it might come back. It's either Engage Kiss or
my ex is my stepmom's daughter.
No.
Oh, my stepmom's daughter is my ex.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that one. Because I don't know what wacko hentai bullshit you chose here, dude. But Jesus, man,
I did not. I chose the top popular ones. That's what I chose.
So risky, so quick.
So risky.
Yeah,
or
maybe we'll do all 5.
He meant risque.
We're not gonna do Engage Kiss. That I absolutely can't do that one. That's just so bad looking.
Okay, so it's gonna be.
I think we're gonna have to do the weird hentai incest one, but that's
not
cool.
that crazy, but yeah. The content.
We'll go over our list of 4 right now because
let's go for it. I need to get my.
And so I'll just read off all the titles. And obviously, Lycoris Recoil comes over from last week, so we already started that one.
Yeah.
Then we have Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer.
Which is a crazy name.
My stepmom's daughter is my ex, and then the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I am thoroughly enraptured by a handful of these.
Yeah.
I say a handful out of 4 as if 4's. Two of these have just ensnared me completely already.
Yeah.
Just straight.
Yeah,
up.
same.
No joke. Like I'm fully here for 2 of these. The other 2, I'm like
the daughter one, right? That one.
We'll have to see what
got. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just watching my stepmom's daughter is my ex twice. Those are my 2.
Oh, that's what's up. That's good.
We need to establish an order of discussion before we get
well, it's a totally different order than last week, so we can choose.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? We should do one good, one we know is good, one we know is one we know is good, one we know is
So let's do Stepmom's Daughter second.
Okay.
Let's do Lucifer first.
Okay.
Then Lycoris Recoil.
Okay.
And let's end it with Yakuza.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah. I'm confused on what you think is good and bad now, but yeah.
Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer first. And then Daughter. And then Lycoris, and then Yakuza.
So you don't like Yakuza?
No, just create a fun random order. That's
all.
all.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah,
I don't even know which one you said. What did you say? Go for it again.
For the order?
At home. Yeah.
Okay, Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer.
Okay, that one's first. That's what we're going to do first.
And then my stepmom's daughter is my ex.
Yeah.
And then Lycoris Recoil.
Okay.
And then Yakuza's Guide.
That sounds perfect.
I don't think any of these are terrible.
Dude, honestly, I'll be real. I like every single one of these. I know that I said that this was going to be one of the worst ones. And there's a part of me that still thinks it will be. But there's 2 contenders for me on just the likes I've never seen in anime before. Well, no. One is in the likes, but it's just in a way that I like.
Well, one is more fruits basket, and then one is the balls of the wall shit crazy. I don't even know.
Let's get into it, dude.
Okay,
that's the first one. That's all
we're gonna start off with Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer. Oh shit! I didn't pull the guy's name up. I left my phone in the other room. So can you pull his name up while I introduce it?
Whose name?
The main character's name in Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer.
I think it's Amaya.
Yeah, Yuhi Amamiya. Yeah, Amamiya. Yeah, that's what his name was. Yep. So we have a handful of characters. I've never. So there's a thing before the intro. By the way, the intro's fine. I don't know if I think it's amazing, but it's fine.
I kind of dug it.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's simple. I don't know if it'll catch. Probably won't catch personally, but it's good. It's not bad.
Probably won't catch.
Before we even get that, we just see a quick still of like, obviously the dude and the girl. And no words spoken, just that's it. And then we get our intro, and then we start getting introduced to characters. And the very first character we get introduced to, outside of our main character...
Which one are we doing?
Biscuit. Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer.
It starts with two people.
Yeah, in the very opening screenshot, it shows the
Have you already forgot how we do this? Don't tell him the whole story.
I'm not. I'm just doing the character introduction.
Okay. And character introduction.
So the first character we get to introduce to is a lizard. That's it. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay, that's fair.
And we talk about the lizard first.
We have to,
because the lizard's freaking amazing.
Well, okay. So let's do this. So Luke and I are still figuring out exactly how we're doing this, but I have a synopsis, like an episode synopsis, and I'm just gonna read it.
How long is it? Let me see.
It's like this. It's like a few sentences.
It's like a few sentences. Oh, okay. It's a little Perry. Yeah,
it's a little. It's like a paragraph.
It's a little Perry, bro.
It's just
small. We'll start doing that. Did you write it yourself?
I wrote for each one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a great thing. I should start doing that.
So, well, this is what I think, because I can do. This is not going to go over all the info.
Definitely not.
And then we just can hop around the entire story on like different things we like and want to talk about.
Freaking sick.
So, normal boy meets talking lizard. And a lizard gets thrown.
That's a band.
Everywhere. It is a band.
Normal boy meets talking lizard.
Lizards of Doom.
Yeah.
Digital Lizards of Doom. Lizard keeps getting thrown, but then keeps showing back up with the boy. So this guy is running away from everything, or from this one lizard who can talk, and it keeps showing up. The boy sees a neighbor for a brief eye contact. No one can see this lizard besides this boy, and the lizard is saying that he is a knight. I believe it was a knight, right? And he needs to help find the princess so that they can save the world from some magical threat. Let's see. Boy is starting to question his sanity, but then he finds out he has powers, and he does some stuff with them. Then I feel like the anime takes a huge turn here and starts to get kind of spooky. Not like actually scary, but it takes itself really real for a few seconds, and I'm like, what is this show? But the princess, we find out, saves the day, and it's his neighbor, I guess. And the lizard is like kind of there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to.
I think you missed the part where the alien showed up.
No, well, that's like the creepy part.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's like the lizard says that, what is it? It's like a golem.
It's a golem. Yeah.
It's a golem.
It's a golem. It's like the baseline force, and it goes to kill Yuki, but then the princess shows up and kills it immediately.
Yeah. So she, I guess, knows how to use her powers, even though she says she doesn't really know either. It's kind of like this lizard. It's almost like this lizard has its own world. He's like, help me. And then like he's like, you are a knight and you are the princess. And they're like, what the hell? He's like, you don't have to go along with this. Like, it's not real. Yeah. And so they end up, the final pretty much scene of this is they go outside and see the giant, what is it? This is the Biscuit hammer. So it's a giant shadow of a hammer over the earth, and no one else can see because no one else is in this now or gets to see the other dimension. And the girl says, I can't try to remember the last things that she says.
She says she wants to be the one to destroy this world.
She says that, yeah.
Not
she's
the
like,
hammer.
Exactly. So it's one of those things where she asks him to pledge, her allegiance, and
he does. He's pretty resistant this whole time. He's the reluctant hero trope.
Yeah.
So
and then we cut off where she asks him to pledge his allegiance to her. He says yes, and then we end.
Yeah. This show
they'll
is
be cleaner. I'm just gonna next time just read the fucking thing I wrote.
You wrote it down.
I wrote it down, and I just started going off, and so that was rough, and I'm so sorry. So we lost every single person. I was like, fucking.
From A to B, it's dude gets a lizard, dude gets magic powers, dude has a teacher that he tries to see up her skirt. She's actually the sister of the princess. Dude gets saved by princess. Princess gets dude on her team. To stop Big Hammer.
That's what we're going to start doing.
That's it.
We're going to do between like bullet points, and it can be a maximum of 8 bullet points per
That's right. We'll have an equation for this garbage.
Next week, later. Because
drop 10 followers.
Yeah, all the views.
This anime is amazing. I mean, the animation's dog shit. Let me be very clear. The animation was not the priority here, which I'm fine with that, but it's dog shit. And most of this is absurdity, which is probably why we like it so much. Because absurd shit makes me laugh like crazy.
Dude, I was laughing nonstop almost the
entire time.
Like the animations of him grabbing the lizard and just going like this and just being like, and the lizard's like,
it.
And he throws it out the window like every single time. And then the lizard's just like there again. I'm like,
The first time I saw it was the funniest thing because he just opens his door, chucks the lizard, looks to his left, and the lizard's always like, ha, ha, looks to his left, says hi to his neighbor, and then walks back inside. That's the time
they make eye contact. It was like she's like looking at him, and he's like, sorry.
It's very funny. It's very funny.
Yeah, I mean, I was there. My favorite. I feel like I don't see it happen a lot, but like, after they encounter the golem and his neighbor, who turns out to be the princess, saves his life, like she's holding the lizard and, he's like, can I ask you a question? And she's like, what? And he's like, why do you talk in an accent? And then the whole entire anime stops, and it was just like looking at him, and it's like that's the question that you had for me
after all this.
And I was laughing so hard because again, like it's just rare that you kind of see just such like we're gonna give you like kind of like an action story, but it's like just all comedy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I always enjoy. I know I'm almost like a fat hypocrite here. I'm really sorry. But sometimes I enjoy it when animes just make up a rule and go with it super hard, especially when it matches the tone.
I think it's just that we don't like animes that are bad. No, I'm just
doing
that. No, but we don't like.
Like Platinum Man was terrible at its world. It was okay.
Platinum Man.
It was just absolute garbage. I'll explain a lot of stuff. But this anime is just going to do whatever the hell it wants to do, much like Orient, actually, is now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Dude, that had a second season. I don't know if it's this one or next time. And next... I
don't care enough about that show.
No, I know. That's why we're not doing it. I don't even think we should repeat a lot of those unless we love it. Like Spy Family will do, obviously.
Demon Slayer, we'll do.
Demon Slayer.
Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously, will do. But that's yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, and I deeply appreciate this anime's willingness to just do something and then stick with it. Like this telekinetic powers seem kind of broken and ballsy with what he can do with it.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, he's like a nobody that will have to figure it out, but his power, I'm sure, will be like an insane.
Right.
Again, it almost feels like this is a little bit like One Punch Man-y, where they're.
I was gonna
you know what I mean? Like, because it feels so gimmicky and goofy.
Yeah.
But then, and I don't know. I have a feeling of like if they meet all these knights, like who are these characters going to be, and then what are these creatures? Yeah, I don't know. It has a lot of potential of being really, really fun. Like, I just got placed on Earth, but Earth is about to be smashed by some magical hammer.
Yes,
it's like, okay, you know. So I love it, man. I do. And, like, they don't really sexualize anyone at all.
Not
like,
yet.
and I was like, and again, they have time. We haven't met everybody. But I'm just saying, a lot of times in the, first episode or two, usually people are like,
You got that random upskirt almost. So, and then whatever that was.
Are you counting? I didn't even notice that.
When he shoots it up to her upper skirt.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not really, whatever. Horny high school boy. That's typical, but.
It's typical.
There was a thing in it. Not that I mean, that's pretty messed up, honestly, to be real.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's wrong. We stand against it.
We stand against
This show sucks ass.
Fucking digit. No.
No, this show's a freaking banger, dude. I'm so stoked to see where this goes.
All I'm going to say is if they kill this lizard, I'm going to be so fucking mad.
Dude, I honestly think this show this is what I was thinking of. I was thinking it felt like Earthbound.
Yeah.
And like this frog feels like Mr. Fly, or whatever the name of the fly was in the beginning of that game.
Yeah.
Before the thing gets killed by Porky's mom. Hilariously, I think.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, okay. You finished the tutorial of Earthbound, a game from 94 or 5, I think. So
yeah, I know.
Suck it, dude. Get over it. 27 years ago.
Fair enough. R.I.P. Porky.
Also, now it's on Switch, and it's on Switch now, so play it.
Play it.
It's still very funny. Still one of the funniest games I've ever played in my life.
Earthbound is fantastic.
Absolutely. I would give this episode a solid 9 out of 10.
Dude, that's exactly what I gave it. I gave it a 9.5.
Really?
Yeah, I mean...
Well, the animation's kind of shit, so I can't completely give it a win. But
this story seems very bizarre to me, right? So it's kind of all over the place, especially with like the closing statement being like, "Hey, this girl is not like like she's like, I don't want to like save the world to save the world. I want to save it from this thing so I can destroy it.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Lucifer.
this is crazy. Yeah. Like this is like a very, I don't know. It's just like a weird idea. So yes. I'm excited to see kind of like a shonen, but he's stuck with like quote unquote maybe the bad guy. And then I'm just so curious of what these characters are, like what is going on. You know,
it's a fascinating concept.
It's fascinating,
and the absurd. Yeah, I think when you mention One Punch Man, I get that too. It's got that level of absurdity or satirical, whatever you want to call it, right? Or satire. Sorry, not satirical.
Satirical.
9 to me, 9.5 to you.
9.5 to me.
Okay. All right. Anything you wanted to point out about that you didn't like specifically that knocked off that half point, or are you good? Was it just?
I just definitely can't give it a full 10. I mean, honestly, I probably would give it a 9 because I do think, I want Mike more.
Okay.
But I agree with you. The animation is not the best. It's not that bad though. I mean, like,
it's not bad. It's just, it looks budgety.
Yeah, it does. Spots, so. It has it's things for sure.
I enjoy the style. It's just for what it is. But that fish demon looks really uninspired. So
there's a part of me that feels like that almost makes it like not like creepier, but like in a way, because you know what, it really did remind me of Earthbound, like some of like the literally monsters in that, and I was like, huh, because we've just been playing that recently, so I don't know about you, but I haven't.
Earthbound? Mm-hmm. Oh, funny you bring that up. I brought my 3DS camping a couple weekends ago, and that's all I played the entire time.
Really?
Was Earthbound, yeah. I got 2 of the sanctuaries while I was camping.
That's nothing.
Well,
I got all of them.
Yeah, that's the end of the game. Like you get all of them, you go to the end of the game after that. Well, how far are you in it?
Have
you beat it?
No.
Before? Oh, okay.
I beat the tutorial.
So it's now daytime, is what you're saying.
I went outside. There was cop cars.
Okay, so you haven't been playing it. You turned it on. You named your character.
Also, my favorite food was, booty. That's what I did because I thought it'd be funny, and then I didn't realize that whenever you ever like go to any, I guess, person's house,
your mom's house,
this is just your mom.
Your mom always tells you. She'll call you though too, but she'll tell you, "You want your favorite food?"
Yeah,
booty.
Like, yeah,
and then she'll go to Porky. I heard you don't like booty. Too bad.
Yeah.
I put something worse for both of the things.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure.
Your second thing is what your first spell gets called.
Your second thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you're telling me now.
I will tell you mine off air because I definitely can't say on the podcast.
Patreon only. We don't have that.
Patreon only.
And honestly, I bet our parents would sign up just so they could hear the bad stuff.
Just so they could hear how filthy we are.
Oh, they hear it now.
All right, we're going to the next episode.
Which one is it?
This is My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex.
Oh, this is Luke's favorite anime, he said.
Oh, man.
Of the season, not of ever.
So the synopsis for this is actually pretty quick because it's all mostly dialogue and kind of like a chessboard.
Oh, it's only a few sentences. You want me to read it? What I got?
Yeah. What you got? It's only a few sentences.
No deviation.
Okay, there we go.
No deviation. And if it doesn't make sense, it's because I wrote it weird. 2 high schoolers that dated before realize they are now step-siblings. The breakup was bad because they really don't like each other is what it seems. Okay, good grammar. They don't tell their parents, but instead decide to keep it a secret. They then just have to decide who the younger sibling is since they were born on the same day. Haha, convenient. I don't know why I wrote that. They play a game which is if the step siblings do something that they wouldn't normally do, the other one, I guess, wins and gets to make them. Explain the rules a tiny bit because I didn't.
So they're supposed to be acting. So one point clarification also. They dated in junior high.
Yeah.
And they met, and then it broke up, and we don't know how it happened, but it's apparently pretty bad. And then their parents got married, but their parents never knew about that at all, and so they would like to maintain the illusion that it never happened to their parents, because that's horribly awkward for everyone involved, I feel like. So,
this is the one thing they should have just fucking said it before they got married. You're telling me this is the first time they see each other?
I don't.
That makes no sense. Would your parents ever do that?
I don't know. It's just a different country. I don't know how. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't just assume the culture's the same as ours, because
that's true. America's
pretty effed up with that kind of. I don't. Okay, moving on. So the game itself is if you act unlike a stepbrother, stepsister. So if you do something that's outside of that, then you have to call me Oni-chan or Nissan. So big brother or big sister, you have to call me that. And since they're only a half hour apart, the girl's older by a half hour. They're in this constant duel now. So that's the actual game. Yeah. And I can't tell. That was my first hint of like, well, that's going to be weird, right?
Hell yeah. The whole thing is weird. Okay, anyway, so there's that thing.
So I mean, let's just be really clear. This whole thing is weird.
The whole thing is weird. We'll get into it. Just give it a sec. They have to figure out how to live together at school and at home. And then obviously there is a lot of sexual tension between the two because they have dated before.
Weird.
And yeah, I mean, we'll just leave it at that because we'll get into it. What happens at the end?
I thought I was joking in my head the whole time. Obviously,
you were like, "You're like, dude, what is this?" I knew
well, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but in my whole head right here, I was constantly thinking, "When's this going to turn into a hentai? When is this going to turn into a hentai? When is this going to happen?"
It's like Samurai Cop. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Samurai Cop is this B movie, but like you can't tell if the scene is about to be like a porno or like a normal scene. And it's like it's not like an actual, porno. There's definitely nudity or like sex scenes in it or whatever. But it's just one of those things where the way that it's shot is because it looks so old. It's just like bro. It'll be like a dude like shirtless with a sword, and he's like, "I'm gonna get ya," and then it's like pans to like a woman on a bed, and you're like, "Okay, no, wait, I thought you were about to kill somebody." Yeah. But this is definitely that less funny because it's more.
It's not funny at all. It's not a comedy.
Well, it is though, but it's not. I feel like it's not to us. I feel like this is kind of like, look at the weird situation we made.
It's like a teen rom-com kind of thing.
Well, I think there's a lot. It's supposed to be some element of comedy in it.
Rom-com. Yeah. So I guess there's some aloofness or lightness to some things, but ultimately it's just more drama and like.
Well, let's get into this super fast. This is not illegal.
No. This is not how I want to go with this podcast.
Yeah, with this podcast, it's just this one.
It's not illegal, so it's totally okay.
No. I'm not saying it's okay either. I'm just saying two random people dated, and then they broke up, and then their parents got together, and they are in the wrong for not telling their parents like immediately, being like, "Hey guys, just wanting to let you know, might be a little weird. We've actually dated and probably kissed or whatever before. Maybe not. Maybe they didn't. I don't know." But you're just saying like they had feelings for each other. You guys should have maybe let us see each other one time before you guys got married. I don't care where you're from. That's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna say a real quick guess here. I don't think this show is written logically.
I know. So like okay,
this is not a logical scenario.
Okay. And I know. I will not look it up now.
Don't post some random statistic where you're like
that this has happened before.
Okay. Yeah, there's no doubt that's probably happened before. It is not any kind of normal thing that happens.
No, it's not normal.
It is
that's the comedy of it. This is not a normal situation. This is an awkward situation, and they're not trying to like. I mean, they will eventually, but they're not trying to make it be like, oh wow, look at this amazing thing that's happening. Like they're in love. They're in all that stuff. And like you're like yeah, but again, it's just a goofy, weird thing that you're like, dude, what would it be like? What? Go ahead.
Who the hell do I vote for in this anime? Like, what do I want to happen?
Oh,
like I don't.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you because it's like, do you want?
I don't want this to happen. I just don't. I think it's weird.
Yeah, I know.
But the show wants you to feel like sad about their past relationship, but it's like kind of
maybe they could it is kind of just like hey, it's like hey, you know what you could do, just move on because literally your parents ruined anything that you guys could have had.
There's just no way for it to ever come back. Like
I guess not true because they're not illegal.
Goodness, Joel. So the game is kind of the central part of this episode,
right?
So the first round goes to the guy. I can't remember his name. But
I have it somewhere.
You have his name?
I should.
Yeah. Let's do their names real quick first then. The brother and the sister.
Here you
go. Okay. Yume and Mizuto. Okay. Yume is the sister. Mizuto is the brother. So Mizuto wins the first round, or he tricks her into responding relationally, basically, for a second. Like he apologized or whatever.
Yeah.
like feigning totally to get her emotions out, which was pretty jacked up, honestly. And she does. She caves for a second and says his old name before they got married and changed his last name, right? Yeah. Or says her old name. Mm-hmm. She says his old name. Yeah.
Yes.
And so he goes, I win the first round. And so the second round, what happens is Yume decides to walk out in a tiny bath towel after a bath.
And her normal towel.
While Mizuto is watching TV. You can say it's a normal towel, but it's showing a lot, bro. So she's trying to seduce him without realizing she's trying to seduce him. And there is a scene so far that like, her towel starts undoing, and it's really weird because you're like, this is just not a scenario I want to watch right now. Where's this going?
Wait, where did you watch it at work?
I watched it at work. I closed my office door for this one as I felt like this just... Well, I just saw the title. I was like, okay, this is going to be...
You know what's funny is I was like watching animes last night, and I was like going to watch one here, and I was like, on the off chance. I was like, I'm gonna watch that one tonight.
I was like, I don't think I should watch it with my door open. I'm not sure if I want to... We'll see where this goes. And so... It comes to the point
it's not as bad as we're saying.
Where Mizuto like covers her up because he's like, "No, take my jacket. This is weird." Like I know you're trying to do. The whole
thing's like, "Oh no, my towel's about to fall," because she was trying to get him to like, be like, "Oh."
And then
they fall conveniently on the couch.
She trips onto him, towards him
on the couch.
She's looking at him away from the couch. This is why it's weird.
It's like this.
This is weird. This is why it's weird.
Oh my god.
She's falling towards him onto the couch behind him, and so she falls into him after losing basically almost her towel and everything. And then all of a sudden the shot pans out, and he's looking down on the couch he was just sitting, and she's just laying on her back, and he's like on top of her almost.
I said, how did he fall on top of her on the couch?
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
This is such a manufactured...
She went forward into him, and then she's on the bottom, and they're on the couch instead of on the floor.
And he's kind of standing up while looking over her.
Makes no sense.
It's really weird. And then they almost kiss, and their parents come home.
Well, she does say...
literally a porno,
She says, the game, or what about the game? And he's like, I don't care.
No,
and
he says, I'm okay with losing this round.
I'm okay with losing this round. And then parents come home, and they're like, ah! And then he's like, hide under this couch in a chest, and then that's what happens.
This is a porno, dude. Straight up. Like this is gonna culminate.
I always say this, and this is gonna be the episode our parents tune into and be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
We cover anime for all people, though. We're not that selective, I guess.
Nah, it's for everybody.
Yo, if you are into this show, just write into us and tell us why.
Let me know why.
No judgment. I just want to know.
He's going to judge me right quick. So these are the things I liked.
I want to dox you and put you out. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Sorry.
So this is what I wrote for things that I liked. In a weird way, it's kind of cute.
I have two ratings for this show too.
And I said it also has a weird plot, but it's something I again haven't seen before. And I'm just kind of curious of, again, where it goes, what its purpose is, and, and all that stuff. It's just like an unexplored territory. So I kind of, again, I like when it's like just different and weird. And there is a piece of me, only reason I'm saying, multiple times, like it's not illegal or like, it's not like unheard of probably for step-siblings to, I don't know. Be in a relationship.
We're gonna bounce past this. Nope. I get you, man. But I'm out. I'm sorry.
You don't even know I'm going with it.
Here's the deal: if you're into this kink, it's a 7.5 out of 10. If you're not, it's a 4.5. It's just uncomfortable.
That's fair. That's literally what I wrote as a 7.5 out of 10. How did you know that, you bucker?
Because we're friends.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm also not necessarily okay with it, but I'm also not against it.
I
don't know where I stand because again I think it's fine.
I can look at this objectively, but in my heart of hearts, in my truest of self, I'm not for it.
Yeah, it's timing. It's timing for me. If you were like,
give it some time, you'll be into it eventually.
If you two were like 5 and under, and then you grew up your whole lives together, and then at like 20 something, you were like, I love you. that'd be to me a little weird. It's kind of like, hey, you grew up as that. But if 2 high school students are like coming into their lives and at the horniest of their human existence, that's not necessarily true. Sometimes 20s, 30s too, but like that doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Just don't do it. So over. Okay, so we can move past this one.
Keep going. This is a great episode. I love this. Do it.
This is a great episode, please. Okay. Anyway, shows might be interesting. We don't really know. This was the one that we were gonna do. I don't know what he's doing right now.
I was looking for my phone to do Crunchyroll comments because
I'll do Crunchyroll comments. We didn't do Crunchyroll for the other ones.
We didn't do it, so we gotta do Crunchyroll comments for Biscuit.
Tell everyone why you really like this anime.
So let's do or whatever.
Let's do this one first because we're talking about it.
And then we'll do some Biscuit Crunchyroll comments.
Okay. These comments are probably gonna be wild.
Yeah, I read a bunch of them already.
Did you?
They're funny as shit. I think one of them is really, well, here we go again.
Oh my god. Okay, how do I? No, where's the?
Are you good?
No.
Let me do it.
Yeah, I don't know how do you pick it up on the app? Oh. I'm a dumbass, I guess.
Domestic 2 Electric Boogaloo. A Boogaloo, sorry. That's the top one. It's the top comment on Crunchyroll.
And then, oh shit, here we go again is one of the.
Oh shit, here we go again. Here we go.
I just love how people fall over each other in anime and end up on a freaking couch.
Exactly.
Forgive me, Father. Now to see if it's just going to be a train wreck or a nuclear disaster. See you next week. What are you doing, Step Oni-chan? Okay, that will end with that one. But
Oni-chan.
Okay, so I will say this. The only part that was weird for me in this entire show, not even the kissing part, but was when she calls him Oni-san, and then he's like, oh. And I was like, okay, dude. That's when it gets, because that's the brother-sister thing.
That's where it was like,
it's not like two separate people being forced to be in the same family. It is, this is the part that's what is paused, dude. It's so good.
Okay, and also now, because we skipped it accidentally, Lucifer and the Biscuit Crunchyroll comments. Here we go.
Yeah. Gets power within a minute. How can I make money with this? Destroys private property, sexual harasses superior, quietly contemplates taking over the world. Good guy?
Good guy.
Imagine waking up one day to encounter a lizard who can talk to you. Why the fuck is that one so high? Okay, let's see. That girl's a psychopath, and that boy is insane for agreeing to follow her, but it works somehow. Okay, there's not really too many funny ones. Here you go. Damn, what the fuck?
What the hell, man?
Hey, guys, do better on the Lucifer Biscuit one.
Who names a world-ending object a biscuit hammer?
There we go. That's real. It's kind of goofy, though. It's in tone with, again, the like One Punch Man-ness of it. It's like Earth's about to be destroyed by some stupid-ass hammer called a biscuit.
Yeah. No, they took out the panty shots. It's a comment.
Yo, y'all horny.
I'm glad, bro.
Y'all horny.
Thank you.
Y'all horny.
Oh, man.
And he's a Puritan.
I'm not a Puritan.
I respect you.
Just mad.
Just mad. Okay. Well, that was that. Those were those. This is this.
Yeah, 7.5 if you're into the kink, 4 or 5 if you're not. The show's still well done. The soundtrack's still well done. The pacing's fine. Animation's pretty solid. But
it's story.
It's the concept. If you're not into this concept, this is going to be a turnoff for you. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know where Thunder Goose stands right now, but
I think it's split.
But right now, it's split. Okay.
Hey, everyone, we'll get him on our side. I got you guys.
Oni-chan.
Halfway there.
All right. Lycoris Recoil. This is actually the second episode. This one started last week. I have the title if you don't have it.
We haven't even said one title.
I know we haven't. We don't need to. We're good. This episode's called The More the Merrier. Haha, I did it.
He did it.
Okay, this episode also like I jaw dropped at one point in this episode. But go ahead and do the synopsis. Unless
you jaw dropped?
Yeah, you want me to do a synopsis? Actually, let me say it this time because you said it every time.
Yeah. Why don't you read both these? It's gonna be funnier watching him read my bad grammar anyway.
There is a war amongst hackers, Walnut and Mr. Robot. No, not the show. The girls have to transport Walnut to a safe location. They get into all kinds of trouble, such as losing control of the car to a hacker, being pursued by machine gun carrying mercenaries, and the death of Walnut. But it was all a ruse to make people think Walnut was dead. Both Mika and Mizuki were in on it, and we meet Kurumi, a girl their age who is a hacker. Maybe a little younger, probably their age.
Yeah,
though.
she looks younger, but I feel like they were just doing that lolly treatment.
She decides to stay with them and help them. It seems as if they are... That's the wrong there. It seems as if they're starting to get along, but the implications of a darker evil in the background lurk, or right below their nose, sorry.
That's pretty good, right? That was like the best one. So, I wrote that like 2 days ago.
Pretty solid, and I like that. First thing to note, I like Mr. I like Mr. No, I think we should always write them for each other and see what happens.
Ooh.
That'd be hilarious to me.
Okay.
So I'll take two, you take two.
Yes.
Okay, so first thing about this episode, Mr. Yoshi, I think, is awesome.
Mr. Yoshi?
Mr. Yoshi.
That's the guy that keeps coming in getting coffee?
Yeah. I like him a lot as a villain. Yes. I guess.
As a villain, we don't fully know, but yeah.
But he's
they're implicating that he has some greater element to it. He's at least after Walnut.
Yeah, he's the one that wants Walnut dead. I don't know why they want Walnut dead. Probably because of the drug deal still and all that stuff, but...
Yeah. But was he working against... Well, that's the thing. Like, this seems like it would be some like maybe government conspiracy or something, and like Walnut's looking like the bad guy to help the the gun dealers, but in reality, he was probably trying to stop them or something in a way because like the government was taking the guns, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure the guns are gone because some people took them.
Well, they're gone because Lycoris is. The deal.
Because they couldn't. Yeah, they broke up the deal. The guns weren't there.
That's right. It's already done.
But
this episode was not bad.
No,
but it also didn't really like. I mean, I will say, dude, the damn moment where the bear or the stuffed guy gets shot.
Yeah,
just like I was like, what the frick, dude? That was brutal.
Yeah,
because it was way more brutal than all the deaths that happened in the last episode in the intro. And this guy just gets shot through his chest.
Like, bah, 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 machine gun, just like.
And then his head's like blown to pieces, basically, or he's not blown to pieces, but yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when it turned out to be like.
Me too.
A fake. It was, and it was like, this is a bulletproof vest, and like it squishes out blood. You're like, God damn it! I was like, you guys just went from like being kind of it's still a serious concept, but you really. I felt like it was going to play a role where it's like, hey, she helped an enemy and her client died because of that. Like there were consequences to what she's doing, which again, it's kind of interesting to see the way that she's handling even bad guys. Like my favorite quote that she said was like, she's like, they were talking about the frustrations between, I guess, like the girls and she says, God damn it, what the fuck am I saying? I went down a rabbit hole. They were our enemy today, right? So the whole concept is just today, which is just a super interesting concept.
I think I would have liked the show a lot more if they actually committed to killing off Walnut.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
and like have the other girl be like another hacker that's helping or whatever. Like, we don't even need to know who Walnut was, but it would have for sure.
But the concept of her like being the best Lycoris, right? But then still losing and failing, and having them do that like pretty early on. Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Technically really cool she did if it wasn't part of their plan,
right?
And it wasn't part of the plan. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe it's how deep does the plan go? You know what I mean?
I don't know exactly. All I know is that once they didn't do that and they just used it to introduce a new character, I was like, oh well, this is probably not what I would have wanted. I wanted something more serious, but that's only because I think the situation they're dealing with, this Minority Report like scenario, is a super serious thing.
Yeah,
the police state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and they talked about the whole like reason that they chose this girl, like young girls to do this is because like the school uniform is like the best camo, which I was like really interesting. I was like, oh, I guess that's true because like they'd be everywhere. So it's like you don't know who's real and who's not. So what
I did like a lot was some of the action in this episode.
Yeah, dude, that action scene was fucking awesome. Yeah,
there's a tight shot where she's Chisato. Jeez, man, what a Chisato, I think is her name. But
yeah, Chisato.
She quickly aims her gun left, she's just standing there, and all of a sudden she aims and fires 3 bullets left and knocks the guy down, just instantly from like conversation to action, and it was a super like that is what I want to see. Yeah, that level of like precision, right? Because she just floors these dudes. Like some guys just ripping like a machine gun right at her, and she's just walking around the bullets because she can tell where they're gonna be, right?
Yeah,
because she's that good at this fight. And
did you like that or not like that?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay,
I love it when badass characters get to be badass on screen.
Whether it's 100% agree.
Whether it's animated well or done well enough in terms of shot, music, pacing, choreography, whether that's done well is a different subject altogether. It's one of the reasons why Jujutsu Kaisen always does it well, because that choreography is peak.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer's close too.
Yeah, for sure.
But this show probably doesn't have those same kind of chops, but it was still good enough for me. I still enjoyed it for what it was. And I liked how she doesn't seem like she quote unquote failed, right?
Right.
But I do really appreciate how it showed her limits and being able to stop certain scenarios,
and like her strength that is also a weakness, and the strength being having compassion for your enemies, which I feel like I have seen in a lot of shows. Right, it's always kind of like,
I mean, it's Rurouni Kenshin,
right? But I do feel like it's slightly weird too that she's
Trigun.
She's really like healing people like during the battle.
She's bandaging
like,
them,
and and like and stuff like that. Where I'm like, I don't really see that often even in shows where it's more so like, maybe you injured the person and it's like, hey, you're on your own now. Like, I'm not going to kill you because I don't like killing people, but you could die. Where she's like, I don't want you to die at all, even though you're the enemy. So there is, to my head, like a really big difference within the realm of things that I've seen.
The first time I remember really seeing that trope was Trigun, because that's Vash the Stampede. Like, there is a moment in that show where
I need to finish it.
He shoots a guy and realizes he shot him he got too close to fatal on that shot, and he like freaks out in that episode. And that's not the first time it's happened. It's just like the way that they value life, or those kind of characters value life, and how they see it as above all more important than even your own desires, right?
Yeah.
I like that trope. I think it can be totally annoying sometimes when it's overdone.
I get that.
Because quite honestly, I think in the 90s and 2000s, that was everywhere because of Rurouni Kenshin, because of Trigun. You would just see these big flagship animes. I mean, even Edward Elric is not much of a killer when it comes down to it, right?
Yeah, I mean, Naruto wasn't either in the beginning, and then Shippuden changed that.
Yeah.
But
well, they go into a war, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, war changes everybody.
Yeah.
So.
War. I sound like Vincent D'Onofrio from Men in Black.
You sounded kind of like that pufferfish.
No, I sound like the Roach guy in Men in Black 1.
Editor, can you put the thing over my head?
I was trying to be Solid Snake. It's so
Snake. Also, edit that over my head. What's that?
That's the thing.
Oh, the doom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That do not.
This anime. Otherwise, just I don't think it's. I mean, I know I know they're trying to really grow Takina a lot,
Yeah.
And make her like this is supposed to be her story being changed by Chisato, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
this is the Miracle-chan thing.
Yeah.
There's more now. They have another friend because Walnut ends up living with them.
Yeah.
And there's this friendship. I don't know thing that's gonna change her.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Right?
I feel like we just saw that recently, and it's just not really. It's not the most interesting thing to me right now. And maybe that's my preference. Maybe that's just fatigue for the current state of anime. I don't know. I'm just not super excited for this one, really. But it wasn't bad. I still put it at a 7 out of 10.
How could you do this?
What'd you put it at?
7 out of 10.
Did you really? Okay, get your comments up, dude. I'll do the comments.
Okay, you can do the comments. I actually wrote it 8 out of 10.
Did you?
I lied. Yeah.
But you lowered it during the conversation. I mean, that's how it happens to me too.
I do. Yeah, I did lower it during the conversation here.
I'll find it. Real quick.
No, I'll give it 7.5 because I like the concept. Again, I think the initial episode got me with the concept of this world. I want to know more. I'm very intrigued with how it is done and that it's using, again, like high schoolers to be assassins. I like that concept. It's like legitimately kind of terrifying in a way. So it's kind of cool that that's a thing. But yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for these?
Motherfucker's not even listening.
No, I was listening.
What'd I just say?
7.5, bro. Cute anime girls with guns has been a recipe for success.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
Her voice is soothing. She could talk about her crimes in Bosnia, and it would relax me.
Who wrote that? Say that. Blast that person.
Duck.
Yeah, you gotta read the names, bro.
That's it.
You have to. No, I know, but you gotta read the names.
Nico 26. That elastic band shot in the very end.
Oh yeah.
Takina aims a rubber band from a hair tie at Chisato with her back turned, and Chisato still dodges it, and it hits.
Dude, do you think that that's like foreshadowing?
Maybe. Probably not.
Dude, what if?
I don't know if the show
and that exact scene happens, but with a real gun. Oh shit!
Probably. This is a Ashy Dog says either he has stormtrooper aim or she's just a beast like that. Referring to the.
I wasn't a fan of that. I was a fan of everything she did. I just didn't like that part because in my head I'm like, even the best of the best sometimes die from just sporadic gunfire. So.
Yeah.
You know.
Love how Chisato is all goofy and happy, but when in combat mode, she turns into such a badass. Mizuki's picture of her reaction is gold. That was Steelers 92.
Steelers 92.
Hail waifus with guns.
Hail waifus with guns.
Thank you, CDE_Coke.
Oh, God damn it.
And that's been our Crunchyroll comments.
Cock.
Okay.
Just kidding. Hey, bleep that.
Right. And it was bleeped. I hope. I don't know
Who knows?
That brings us to our final epi-ep. And this is...
Shut the fuck up.
The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, Episode 1.
Guess what its title is?
Episode 1.
The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. They just did the same.
You want me to read this one or you want to do it?
No, I definitely want you to because it was really funny last time. This one's really short. I mean, again.
That one's okay. That's okay. That one's okay. Sakuragi gets to live with her father, the Yakuza boss. Kirishima is tasked with watching over her, and heartfelt hilarity ensues.
He's like making fun of me.
He has to do things such as brush her hair, which he really can't do, take her to school, and beat up rival gangs along the way without her knowing, and be a family member for her when her blood family is absent. This takes quite a turn in the end. Her mother is in the hospital for unknown reasons. You go. Okay, quick point of contention. That last sentence was not another sentence that Joel wrote out. It was all commas, so I had to break it apart.
I do comments a lot. I thought I was going to be reading it.
No, I'm here to do it, dude. That was really good, though. That was funny.
Yeah, that one was good. That one is short, quick, to point.
This anime is phenomenal. I just adored this so much. It went the more natural comedy routine more than making jokes.
Right.
Like it was funny because of what was just happening.
The situations.
Yeah.
Right.
Not because they were doing a joke.
Right.
Which is kind of how Fruits Basket is funny.
Yes.
Which is what I think this show reminds me the most of is obviously we can draw the comparisons of Spy Family to this.
I feel like if Spy Family and Fruits Basket melted. After watching this, I'm like, okay, I should watch this. This should be one I watch with Steph. I think she'd dig it. So.
Well, I do want to see. I want to see more of it too, because my wife and I just started a race together, which is super awesome. But
don't even get me started. You can't.
The show's. And I'm hoping that it maintains this quality of soundtrack throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
Because one of the things this show did do, which I think is something you just don't see a lot in anime, is they do the soundtrack continuing through different scenes. to maintain a pretty cohesive tone.
Dude,
and if you were to look at like a chart or a graph of this show in tone, it's like very, very small waves. It's kind of feeling the same thing the whole time. And for me, that feeling is heartfelt.
Yes.
I had a very hard time not thinking this was just adorable or cute. The art is fantastic. The animation,
dude,
what the frick, dude?
Yeah, we don't know. We were both arguing on like, well, not arguing it in a bad way, but just more so like perplexed on what do they have for a budget, because it feels like such a high end. I mean, it almost feels again like Spy Family felt like a pretty high budget, but then it would like dip sometimes. And I'm sure this show might too. But to me, like it felt like the top tiers of stuff that are like action. And I was like, okay.
Watching Kirishima brush the little, I almost called her Anya.
I know. Yeah.
Watching Sakuragi, is that her name?
Uh-huh.
Watching him brush her hair, watching how they animated the brush, the hand, the wrist, everything has just got so much detail. Yeah. And I was like, what? And then there is action in this show, and that's taking the animation on that is kind of backseated, and you have stuff like this where it's like really impressive.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me a lot of Komi Can't Communicate, how that had a pretty solid animation budget, especially for the first episode at least.
Dude.
But, it's one of those things. It was just incredible. I was just blown away by the quality of that animation.
Yeah, I mean, like the animation's amazing. The soundtrack is so beautiful, and I feel like again, like you're saying, like just sets a whole tone for the show. And again, it does remind me a lot of Fruits Basket in the way of the tone is for sure set, and I have a feeling that it will be throughout the entire show. I mean, it's going to be like they're going to come back and like, elements are going to come into play with the same sounds and yada yada. So,
yeah, I don't know if I made this clear, but Sakuragi, the little girl, the redheaded little girl, she is the daughter of the Yakuza kingpin.
Yeah.
And so Kirishima's protecting her, and I guess he was just told to look after her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a moment where like I was like constantly trying to figure out like where's the mom? Like did something happen? They didn't specify, and I was like, because they introduced the mom's sister, and you're like, well, where's the friggin' mom? What's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the mom's definitely in the hospital, like unconscious or in a coma or something. So that's like explained. But the father isn't some dickhead or an asshole.
Dude, I just had a thought.
What?
For the next episode, we should switch shirts.
Oh, okay. No.
Anyway, my bad. No. Next. Keep going.
Don't cut that. That needs to be in this episode.
Oh, I know, because next episode it's gonna be that shit.
Hell yeah. The father's actually like also a really heartfelt individual. Like I was somewhat like worried they would try and add tension in through like a sour relationship between father and daughter, and it just ends up being beautiful as well.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow the show still works. And this badass man. Here's what I'm definitely guessing. Every pretty boy Yakuza member is gonna be like a pretty boy Yakuza member, and they're all gonna be like trying to help out with this whole thing.
Yeah. So it's like it takes a village or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the whole community is gonna come together for this one little lady. And I'll be real. I love that he calls her little lady. And I don't know why. Like, to me, it's just like this very, like, respectful, like, it's this older guy being respectful to this young, princess is kind of realistically what she is in this realm of Yakuza, right? She's like the boss's daughter, so the king's daughter.
It feels like if Leon the professional actually liked his target in the beginning, or he's protecting the girl, okay? And he's kind of a dickhead to her in the beginning of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like as if that was an actual nice relationship.
Yeah. Might have had more issues then, though.
Yeah, there probably were. That's a bit more of a serious movie.
Well, also, we won't get into it.
Don't. That's a dark movie.
Watch it.
You watch it, sure. But I like Jean Reno a lot.
Yeah, he's great.
My favorite role of him is Onimusha 3. You don't know that, do you? He was remote captain of that game on PS2.
That's not even a game.
Onimusha?
No, I know it is.
Okay, bro. Capcom?
Yeah. Didn't they just like make a new one?
No.
Oh, I thought so.
I would love. It's been remastered multiple times.
Oh, maybe they remastered it.
But the original one's on Switch, and it's basically a samurai version of Resident Evil.
Oh, maybe this is the original.
If you like those games, then play Onimusha.
Yeah,
it is excellent. To be totally honest, fantastic game.
Nah.
2 sucks ass. 3's good.
3's good. I don't even know what game we're talking about anymore.
Onimusha, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Onimusha. That's my favorite game.
Would you rate this anime?
Hold on.
Wait, what do you got? Crunchyroll comments?
I just wanted to say the things that I liked, but I said most of the stuff. But I will say that it just does a perfect blend of comedy and seriousness. Again, it's very close to the Fruits Basket element, and I'm like this shot to the number one of like excitement.
Oh, really?
To me, like this and Lucifer for sure are the ones that I'm just like one is like, what the fuck is going on, and I'm so excited, and the other one's like, I am gonna be able to get the same feels that I feel like I got from, again, one of the probably greatest animes of all time. So
it's also interesting, an anime main character that has tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
You never see
and
that
I love
anime.
that it's again with the Yakuza, like I really miss Tokyo Revengers, which is not the Yakuza, but just like the whole like kind of like Japan gang culture and stuff like that. Like I've enjoyed a lot of the animes that they make that are well from that. So this is kind of scratching that Tokyo Revengers itch for me.
Straight up.
But again, in a way more, that's a totally different show.
Yeah.
Very good, but much different tones. But yeah, I like it. I rated this one 9.5.
That's why I gave it
out
9.5.
of 10. I was like, and the only reason I didn't give it a full 10 was just because I felt like I want to, if every single thing is like this, it's going to be a 10. But to me, I'm just like, I want to give you at least 4 episodes before I start giving you like 100%, just because I'm like, I have no idea where the story's going to go. And I'm hoping that it's mostly episodic, but then there's like 1 or 2 main things that are happening throughout. But we'll see. I don't know. It could get like really serious. Like she could, I mean, I don't think so, because it doesn't seem like it has that tone. But I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm always waiting for the wool to be pulled over. Like, it's like actually like an action crime anime, and you're just like,
yeah. I mean, how about this then? I would give it a 10 out of 10.
Ooh,
I can't think of a reason to rate it lower at all.
Besides what I just said, which is dumb. It's not even a real reason.
Even what you said, I don't think I'd land in the same position. I think right now I'm
10 out of 10.
I'm gonna give the first episode a 10 out of 10. Probably one of the strongest starts I've ever seen in anime. To be totally, maybe that's too hyperbolic to say right now, but I was so impressed with this episode, and I'm not usually an easy to impress person with anime, so I feel like I'm gonna give this one my 10 out of 10.
Editor, what should I choose?
What did you say?
That's what I choose.
Okay.
I'm setting myself up for failure right now since I'm the editor, or
that's right.
the editor? Someone.
Yeah. So I'll take my claim there. For me, it is absolutely anime of the week.
Okay.
Biscuit and Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer, while it is fantastic and it's absurd, I don't think it really has the emotional wherewithal to kind of match up to what Yakuza is doing right now. So not that it's a bad show for that. I just feel like what I'm getting from Yakuza Babysitter, I am really, really liking and really resonating with.
Yeah. I'm surprised the stepdaughter one didn't win.
Yeah, considering it a 4.5. Yep.
Oh yeah, you had put it on the low one.
I gave him 2 options. I said
2 options. Yeah. It depends on kind of how you're feeling when you're watching it.
What's your kink, bro? What's your kink?
You're like, no. This is hard for me because I do think the Biscuit Hammer is. Oh, you wanted to do the.
I'll get the comments.
Yeah, get the comments ready. Sorry.
Well, can you open it for me?
There you go.
Yeah, cool.
There you
go.
Yeah. I think I'm more excited, honestly, for Biscuit Hammer because I don't know where it's going to go. And it was just so funny that if it can keep... It was just such a good watch. Like, I'm intrigued by the story, but I'm also not holding it too seriously. And I get to laugh a lot. So I really like that. And then, I'd say, Yakuza's right behind it because I know it is going to be a fantastic anime. So I'm really excited for it. Excited for both of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I should have put a green screen back there. I'm a dumbass.
No,
because then I could change it to whatever the fuck I want.
Eventually.
Okay, that's what I'm doing next time.
Hell yeah. I will say the ending stinger of a bad guy, I'm guessing, that's like...
Right, we didn't even talk about that.
Specifically calling out...
He's probably like a
Hiroshima.
detective or a other Yakuza member, but I'm assuming detective or something because...
No, rival gang, for sure.
Well, this is why, because he's like looking at this member, like why get incriminating evidence if you're another gang member? You should just find out what he's doing and kill him. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like, okay, I think it's detective. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we can add this to our list of bets. Our last bet was if Scarlet and Violet will introduce over 100 Pokemon.
Well, did they do that yet?
Not yet. They haven't done anything.
Good deal. I'm so scared. I'm for sure gonna be buying you yours.
I think. Oh, we'll see what happens.
It's 100. Right? If it's 100 exact, we both buy our own copy. If it's over, you buy me one, and if it's under, I buy you one. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, basically.
What's gonna? Oh wait. So what's gonna be for this?
I don't know.
What should it be? It has to be really light because it's not that serious. We're not talking about like a full. We have to wear something. How about that? Bam, 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 bam.
What? So what? No head? How about if I win, you buy me dinner. If you win, I buy you dinner.
Okay.
Keep it easy.
What are we betting again?
Head.
No. Dun, dun, dun.
If he's a cop.
Oh yeah.
Win.
If he's a cop. I'm saying government. Cop, okay, government,
fine.
Whatever.
If he's in government, you win.
Right.
If he's a rival gang, I win.
Okay. Deal.
If he's his dad.
If he's a civilian, we have to buy our own dinners.
There it is. Or there it is. Okay. Crunchyroll comments.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
No.
This is gonna be one of the best anime this season. That's from Minty Knife.
You are correct, Minty Knife. We have to talk directly. Hey, Minty Knife.
Oh, Minty Knife.
I know you're watching this. Thank you.
Rainbow Cobra. Well, that was adorable as all hell. You're right, aren't you?
You're right, aren't you?
This looks really promising. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I'm definitely going to be here every Thursday watching this.
It's Thursdays?
Carpe Noctem 0917. Damn it. If Kirishima doesn't marry my aunt, I'm rioting. Oh, sorry, the aunt.
Wait, was that a mess up or that was written in there?
Yeah, no, that was a mess up. If Kirishima doesn't marry the aunt, I'm rioting. K_Strebes. Strebes. Let's see. Man, this is already hitting the feels. Rec_Havoc4 says his look of disgust at the pigtails, lol.
That part was.
This is going to be a lot of wholesome. Here he is. Mad Strix, Mafia X Family.
Moxie, what?
It's a Spy Family reference.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Mafia X Family.
Mafia X Family.
Yep. That's real.
Yeah, this is a great anime. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
One of the comments was you're going to have to read the manga now. And I was like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't read, I probably won't read Spy Families, but someone recently told me that it goes places where you want it to go. And I was like, dope. Cool. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? We just talked to Chris about that and you heard it. I'm a fucking dumb bitch over here.
All right.
Also, don't look up there. Look at that. Those are the people.
What's up, people? I'm up there.
He is up there.
This is a very nice studio.
Yeah.
It's a very nice studio.
Yeah. It's here at...
Bum, 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 bum.
Here you go. Yeah, that's the animes this week. How long did we go? Like around an hour-ish. So probably 45 minutes is actually what we did. So that's great.
Probably 50 to
maybe 50.
Yeah,
so you did jump in pretty fast.
We will work on balancing out these discussions to make sure they aren't too short, obviously. And please let us know what you think works also. I think, obviously, as we're doing this our first real time with a bigger list of anime, figuring out to read each other's synopses.
Yeah.
Great idea. And we're going to make everyone...
Yeah, we'll be evolving. When we find things that we like, we're going to just kind of keep going with it.
Yeah, and Crunchyroll comments... hilarious.
Yeah, so very good. We definitely need to do that.
I cannot wait to see Biscuit Hammer comments in the future.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
Actually, I'm probably more excited for the Stepmom comments.
Yeah,
to be totally honest.
For sure, those are going to be the best comments.
It's going to be the most fun to dish on and the most hilarious to read about.
So I am not going to... I wanted to defend it because I knew you were going to come against it. I will not be defending it anymore because it would be weird to me. I'm saying I am on the side that it might, I don't know. I'm sure that there's people who literally fell in love. Okay, I was like, I don't know, it's just weird because I've never been in that situation and it seems weird to me. Okay, but I will now be dunking the shit out of this anime because it's funnier to do that. Yeah.
All right.
But watch me actually love this anime though.
Watch it become like the next. It's like the next Spy Family.